Hey, hello, Mark Aylward here, and in this video I wanted to address the issue of search engine optimization. And this is for anybody, offline businesses, online businesses. Certainly with an offline business, we're talking about what you can do online to promote your offline business. But I've recently spoken to a number of small business owners, and it just continues to amaze me how limited their knowledge is with respect to what you can do before you set up a website. And if you've already set one up, the things you can do after you set one up, perhaps incorrectly, to fix it. But the work that goes into creating content on a website or Facebook fan page or some of the other Web 2.0 sites out there, article marketing, or what you can do outside, the work that goes into creating this content, it's pretty incredible. And to set it up improperly, to not do the basic stuff at the beginning to get the best bang for your buck out of your content, is just such a waste of time. But it's pretty simple. So basically, search engine optimization involves on-page SEO. Search engine optimization is what SEO stands for, and off-page SEO. And obviously the first on page is what we're going to talk about briefly here, and those are the things that you can do within the body of your content, whether it's a blog or a website or your own article directory or whatever it might be. More than likely it's going to be a website or your blog, the two main kind of content management systems. But both on-page and off-page SEO they're strategies that involve creating content and structuring it in such a fashion that people searching online for your product or service can find you. And then it's simply up to you to be interesting, informative, and even entertaining to keep them on your site and get them to take action. But the mistake that people make is they think that if they just create a website with a catchy name and some fancy graphics, that people are going to find it. There's a gazillion websites out there. That's not going to happen. I mean, it might have happened 10 years ago, but it's not going to happen from this point forward. And you have to do some fundamental stuff that's pretty straightforward. Otherwise, you could be pumping out the best content in the world, and it's going to take you a couple years for anybody to even see you. So what we're looking at here, I basically just have two tabs open. I got one of my blogs open. This is Internet Money Map. And from the outside world, you would see this if you came to my blog. And all of these tabs are different pages on my blog. And all of these, when you scroll down, are posts. And basically posts are created with some level of time sensitivity. Here's what's going on today, or here's what's happening this week. And essentially pages, which I've also got some listed down here, these are perhaps less time sensitive. These are about topics that are, well, everything online is time sensitive, but these are a little bit less so. These might be like copywriting, for instance. It's been the same for 50 years. There's just different ways to do it and present it online, but the same fundamental concepts are in place. So pages are a little less time sensitive. But the fact of the matter is, if we go to the dashboard, which is kind of the back end of this particular blog, you can see here there's posts and pages. And if you go into the posts, just for example, you'll get into a screen where you can edit this post. And I'll just open it up and show you what I mean. Inside a post, which is pretty much the same framework as a page, it's just handled a little bit differently. The first thing that you want to do in setting any content up on site is do keyword research. And this video is not about keyword research. That's a topic unto itself. But what that does for you is, in your marketplace, it gives you a list of 10, 20, 100 phrases that people might dial into Google, might type into a Google search or Bing search if they were looking for your particular service, from dog training to window tinting to landscaping. It doesn't matter, but within your particular market, there's a body of research that you can do, and it's pretty straightforward, that produces this list of words. And it's not always the words that you would think would be the words. In other words, just because a word jumps into your mind or a phrase jumps into your mind about a particular market doesn't mean there's any value in that phrase. Maybe there is, maybe there isn't. But keyword research, without that, you're dead. Part of keyword research is you end up with a good phrase to use as your domain name. Okay, and having that in your domain, www.reallygoodphrase.com, starts the process out. That's the beginning of the foundation for starting to attract people in your market. The other thing is the structure of your content. Just very briefly, you can see right here, I have the word marketing in this particular post. And all I've done is go up here to this little button and installed a link. Now, I don't know where this particular link goes, but it could go to one of my other pages on my own blog, or it could be a link to something that I thought was relevant about marketing somewhere else on the internet. One's internal, one's external. You need them both, okay? And I've kind of made the assumption that you would know that there's an infrastructure or a theme that you use when you build a website or a blog. It is the way that the blog is built. It's WordPress is the one that I use. It's the one you're looking at right here. I would recommend it highly because it's just so set up already to do what you would like it to do, that there's a lot of work behind the scenes that's already been done to just make it more magnetic, make it more attractive to people in your market. And again, that's a technical thing for another video. But if you select a platform like WordPress and start to build content on that platform, you're way ahead of the game versus starting out just creating HTML pages from scratch, which you may not even know how to do anyway. And then the last thing are these plugins. Another reason that WordPress is so good is these are automatic scripts that all you have to do is click them and install them. 2 clicks. And they all have different levels of functionality. And this one here, all-in-one SEO pack, is the mother of all beginning stages of search engine optimization. You plug it in, and all of a sudden you're more attractive to Google. I don't even know how it works, and it doesn't matter. But these are little shortcuts that you can use for on-page SEO that will start out your online efforts way ahead of the curve, rather than not doing this research and just popping in, Vinny's Pizzeria because Vinny happens to be your first name. It's meaningless. It's a waste of time. So the delivery of quality content never stops. You're constantly putting articles on site, posts on site, articles off site. You're creating videos. You're creating, taking photos. All kinds of other work needs to be done. This is not a finite task that all of a sudden, oh, I'm done, and the world's going to come to my front door. But as your visibility and authority grow by doing these things, eventually search engine optimization on page will start to have a positive impact on your business. But that's not enough. There's more, and in the next video we're going to talk about things you can do off page, not on your website, to attract people to your website. So I hope that helped, and we'll see you in the next video.